dumb once or twice in my life. One switch is all it takes to mess up this entire podcast. A light switch, this switch.
One day
We're gonna start.
I think we should have like a thing. If we actually get through one without any sort of any
we
technical
can't hear
hiccup,
anything.
well, I think we should celebrate. Maybe pop a little bottle of champagne or something.
Yeah,
on
we'll
the
have a
next
show. We have a show where
because we got those little baby champagnes.
We'll have a show where we eat nothing but like pumpkin stuff and celebrate. Oh, we
yeah,
already did that. No, we should.
that's why we celebrated.
Well, what the hell? I thought it was coming back.
For those folks that don't know, shout out to our sponsor, pumpkin ravioli a la Trader Joe's.
The best pumpkin harvest item out this year. That's our new sponsor. You guys didn't know it.
Yeah, Trader Joe's doesn't know it either, but
we just keep pushing it and hoping one time a video of us talking about it circulates. All of a sudden, we're sponsored by Trader Joe's and pumpkin ravioli. Anyway, welcome to the
specifically
show.
pumpkin ravioli.
Not even Trader Joe's, just the ravioli. Welcome to the show, everybody. I'm Nick.
I'm Kevin.
We are the two dumb idiots. As always, man, we're going to bring you guys some stories and some discussions that maybe you guys have not talked about, something a little different. We're going to try and keep it positive as we do. But let's just start the show by saying thank you to everybody, man. We've had some really good support. We've had a lot of people show up on the regular and watch the show, and so I appreciate that. Actually, I'm going to start the show off with a little shout-out to one of our originals.
Oh, the OGs?
Oh, Mamba was back here. So I don't know if she's in the chat today, but Mamba was out there again today throwing out her PR duty. She was throwing out videos and pictures for us, trying to get our show some love. So appreciate Mamba. Shout out to Mamba. You got any shout outs today? Shout out yourself.
Yeah, I was going to shout out myself for being awesome at things, as per usual.
Love it.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. I'm going to shout out Nick.
Nice.
And Nick's super awesome shirt.
There we go, dude. Washington football team. We were established. That's a lie. It was established 2020.
I know. I kind of would have liked the established 220, but you know.
Mamba, welcome in. There she is. What's up? Welcome in. Always love to see you. Love to see you. You're one of our favorites. All right, let's jump right into it, guys. If you've never been part of the show, what we're gonna do today, we're gonna start off a little positive.
Maybe a little negative. We don't know.
We rant and bitch because politics and COVID always take over the entire storyline, so we like to start on something a little different today.
So I was perusing one of my standard websites.
Mm-hmm. The one that you get most of your facts.
Yeah, this is where I get most of my news.
Okay.
So for those that don't know, they talk about a lot of fake news out there these days, and
where do you get where
do you go?
Right, where do you go? What's left? You can't go to Fox. You can't see a CNN. So Lamb's been getting his from the Marijuana Business Daily.
Yeah,
it is a legitimate.
It's a website.
It's a newsletter / website
/ blog
/ factual. I don't know. This is okay. So anyway, we got this story from this weird ass website, but the story is great in itself. So Lamb, why don't you go ahead and throw it out there?
All right. So Vermont is actually joining apparently 10 other states with legalizing recreational use marijuana. There's many more that legalized medical marijuana, but they are legalizing it for recreational purchase from stores.
Okay.
It was legal, oddly, before this. Like about 2 years ago, they legalized it if you grew it. And if you had it, you were fine. Yeah. Or if you gave it to people, you were also fine.
Yeah.
But then they...
Wait.
Yeah.
You could grow it and give it to me, but if you sold it, you're an actual criminal.
Yeah,
dude.
it was still a criminal offense.
Yeah,
and
wow.
now it is no longer a criminal offense. But the big thing that I really loved was the governor's also rolling back all marijuana convictions from the anybody who was priorly convicted of some sort of marijuana offense. They are getting their record expunged of that offense. So
I like
really
that.
Nice to see that.
Yeah, we actually started Monday's show with a similar story. We even kind of talked about the fact that we don't think you should be in jail if currently the law is allowed, or whatever law you broke. If it's currently legal, I don't think you should be in jail for it. That's just how I feel. We've talked about this before, but even for people out there, that are like pro or anti-marijuana, regardless, it's one of those things, if you really go back in history, there really wasn't a point in which it should have been made illegal in the first place, right? Like,
yeah, there was some shady business from some newspaper company people.
Newspaper companies and paper companies basically forcing the hand.
Not a big fan of hemp.
Right, and so they just kind of pushed their way into it and made it seem like it was this awful thing, and so for years and years and years, nobody's really fought back until now, and so that's kind of interesting. But yeah, like me and Lamb really just like the portion of it where they're kind of taking at people that don't deserve to be in trouble and getting them out of trouble.
That'd be like, I have a prohibition like
Yeah.
offense on my record.
What did you do? I was drinking alcohol. Well, we're gonna have to keep you in jail.
Sorry, bro. You can't get a job for the rest of your life.
No, no, absolutely not. All right, but we also have another story, and this is that is a little bit more in our style of this show that we like. Lamb found this one, and it had me ask a lot of questions, and I still don't have all the answers. So, give me this one here.
Boom.
Wow.
All right, so PBR, Pabst Blue Ribbon.
You might know it from that shitty beer you drank in college.
Actually, in college, that was not even like a thing for us because
really?
it was like it's become like kind of hipstery.
I was gonna
it's
say
like
it's a hipster beer.
It's a half step above college beer.
It's that's 100% right. That's absolutely is exactly what I would call it. A half step above a hipster. A half step above a shitty beer. If you go to anywhere here in LA that you would consider a hipster location, a hipster bar, that is not only going to be on happy hour, it's going to be like their main focus.
It's going to be in a can.
And it's going to be in a can.
And a tall boy can.
And it's going to be in a
maybe even served in a paper bag.
That is 100% true. If you think Lamb's lying, go to LA in any bar, ask for a Pabst Blue Ribbon. They're going to give it to you in a can. They're not going to pour it into a cup. And they are probably going to give it to you in a brown bag, which, do you like it or love that?
I love that.
I love that.
That's just classing it up. They're like, this beer's not even good enough to show off.
That's 100% right. And it's like a look thing, right?
Yeah.
Like, if you're hanging out at a bar and you got a picture of you drinking out of a brown paper bag, it's way cooler. It just is.
It's such a weird thing because I don't hate Pabst. Like, I don't hate it.
I don't
like it.
I don't really like it either, no.
But it's not a terrible beer. But but the fact that people somehow like use it as like a status symbol
It's very bizarre.
Very bizarre because it's like being like proud that you eat off the dollar menu at McDonald's.
It absolutely is. Not to mention, I'm gonna be honest. If I'm gonna go that cheap, I'm gonna go all the way, and I'm gonna get like a Bud Light or a Miller Lite. I'm not gonna. To me, the difference between a Pabst and a Miller and Bud Light is not great enough for me. Not in that department.
And then like Miller High Life has also embraced this like hipster world.
It has
for sure.
With
And
the
that
old
is
bottles.
terrible. Yeah, it's terrible.
I will say this though. You said with the brown bag.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny to think that, like, I wonder if Pabst Blue Ribbons is, like, okay with this brown bag thing. It's like, here's your beer. We're going to cover it all the way up with a brown bag. Nobody's ever going to have a picture, know what you were drinking, and moving on.
I say they're okay with it because it sells more beer.
Fair enough.
That's it. They don't care what's going on. But so this is, technically, it is, Pabst is labeling it, but the Pabst, like, main company is not making it. It's being made here in California by some former employees of Pabst who have contacted Pabst and gotten their branding on it.
Okay.
So they're kind of like a test market, and Pabst is willing to put their name on it for now.
Okay.
And see kind of how it goes. But this is a THC seltzer.
Wow.
Now, it's a non-alcoholic seltzer. Only 25 calories, apparently.
What?
Yeah.
Well, I guess alcohol normally is all the calories.
Yeah. So it's like low cal. So I think this is going to be a monster hit here in California.
Okay. Can you scroll? Is that the only? That's the actual what the can looks like. I love that.
Yeah. So it's a non-alcoholic seltzer. It has I want to say 5
milligrams. Is it wrong to
milligrams.
call it a seltzer at that point? I mean,
it's a
seltzer water, right?
Yeah. So what else would you call it?
I don't know because it's not a beer technically anymore.
Because they're technically hard seltzers.
Yeah.
And it's not saying it's a hard seltzer.
So much going on. What's up, Roya? What's up? Welcome to the house. Yeah, Roy, are you down for the original lemon cannabis-infused seltzer by PBR? What do you think? You down? So it has what? How many?
5 milligrams of THC.
Okay.
So the ingredients are 5 milligrams THC, purified water, lemon concentrate, sugar, and some other flavor.
And it comes in for $24.
24 for a 4-pack.
I would say off the jump.
$6.
Pretty pricey. That's pricey. I think that's pricey.
It's also new.
It's new, but it's pricey. I think that's pricey because I'm just saying, like, if you're even a normal human being, 5 milligrams, you're going to have it. I would say a normal human being is going to have at least 2 of these to feel something.
So $12.
$12. Yeah, so that's fair, though. I guess that's fair.
I'm not huge on, like, in the edible, like, price range, on what things are. But they said the big push for this was the fact that they're getting really good at monitoring the actual levels of THC and being able to be consistent in how much they're putting into these things.
Okay.
Because I know for a long time that was an issue.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I think this is fine. And it always felt like, like if you had a chocolate bar, somehow all the THC like sunk to the bottom and you'd eat like one piece and it was not the same as another piece.
And that's fair. And actually, and I've told you this before, I worked at a lab and we wanted to test this. We wanted to test the THC, the compounds, all this stuff. All of this marijuana stuff is tested before it goes out, and that's the law now. Even like pesticides and stuff for like the actual plant itself. But in this really weird loopholey world that we live in, it's still federally illegal. So if you want to get it tested, you have to pay in cash. But if you pay a lab in cash, that lab's bank goes, no, we're not going to accept all that cash. So now you can't find a lab to test it, but you can't sell it unless it's tested. So a very weird market I learned about.
What if they like buy equipment for the lab with cash? And pay in
you mean
lab
buy
equipment?
lab equipment?
Yeah.
They could, but I know the pesticide machine's a $4 million machine.
So I'm saying maybe they're just paying it off.
Yeah,
they're like, we got you this pesticide machine, and we're just gonna pay it off in cash, like
and
you know,
I
every
feel like
week.
You have to have a scientist run it. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but I'm just saying,
we'll hire one of those.
figure
Yeah. No, but that's actually a thing. I mean, there really is. That actually is a thing. There's a lot of companies out here, food companies specifically, that just bring a lab into their own facility and just say, oh, we tested here. That way they don't have to like actually pay.
They're gonna
somebody.
have to, yeah. But they said this is kind of aimed for people that are kind of dipping their toes into the cannabinoids.
Okay.
So they aren't really big on smoking.
Canna curious.
Yeah, they're kind of curious people.
That's like a triple pun.
I know. Curious would be great.
Wow.
I like that.
I do like that. Canna curious is an unbelievable pun. We're here for the puns.
Yeah. And then, they just said that they, because of the, in the liquid form, it is more quickly, sits on quickly, 20 to 30 minutes. You get a little more of the effects early, which I think has been a problem for people in the past.
That's actually a pretty good idea because
it doesn't hit them and they're like, oh, I'll do it again. And then they're just, oh boy.
That's like the most common story you've ever heard about somebody trying like an edible brownie. They're like, I ate one. It was like 45 minutes. I didn't feel anything. So I ate another, but then all of a sudden 10 minutes later, it crushed me. And then I got hit by it again. I'm like, you're a moron, dude. Like, okay. So, but again,
I feel like 20, 30 minutes is a good, like, because people might be used to alcohol, like taking a little time to hit them and stuff like that. Nobody's like thinks it's going to be like flipping a switch.
Well, I was going to say, if it really did stick to that classic stereotype of an hour to an hour and a half, it's not. I'm just gonna be honest. It's not that marketable.
No.
I'm just being honest, like because
drink this. An hour later, you'll be good.
You might be a little bit messed up. I've had CBD water that was $6 a can. It was nothing special. Maybe THC is different. Yeah, that's true. Amy, welcome to the show, Amy. Thanks for tuning in. I will say this as far as CBD goes. I think CBD is a little bit person to person from what I've seen. It seems to be. If you take a lot of it, you might have some like, less swelling and less anxiety and less stress. But I do, Amy, I feel you. If it's not a lot of CBD, I think it's more of a mental thing for people anyway. But I don't know. Have you tried CBD?
I have like a CBD cream for like muscle soreness that really works.
You like it? See what I'm saying? So it's right. But I've had the CBD water that Amy's talking about. Again, didn't feel a whole lot. My old boss that I used to ride around with at 5 Stars used to carry CBD gummies because he had really bad back pain. He swore by them. So it's like, I guess, but again, they were really high concentrate. Now, again, if you don't know anything about CBD, it in no way gets you high in any form. There's no high to it. It's just literally like a pain pill. I would so I would say it's similar to that.
And then so it is available in LA. It says some delivery services make it available.
Okay, cool.
They said they had a quiet rollout about 2 weeks ago, and they're just kind of testing the markets right now.
Seeing how it goes. Like I said, here's the only thing I'll say. Now we said kind of curious, which is kind of funny. The people that are maybe kind of dipping their toes in it. It's a cool idea. It looks like you're at a party, you're drinking a beer, but you're not getting super drunk or anything. Or whatever. My thing is this though. Like you said, it's people that kind of want to dip their toes in it. The thing is, that is a big leap for most people. So my thing is, I think the immediate market is only going to be people that like THC. I think. I'm just saying this. Mm-hmm. I think the big issue for them is going to get the actual general public to try it, in my opinion. Because I think you're going to have, and again, like we just talked about, if you're like an actual THC fan, you would just go to a dispensary and get a really high percentage edible, and not have to drink a $25.
If you do this on the regular,
it's
not going to be enough. Even 4 cans isn't going to get you there.
No, it's not going to get you super stoned of any kind. So, like I said, I think for them, it's a really cool idea. I think it's a very slow start.
But I think they can always up the THC.
Right.
So they could have different levels, like put out like, the black cherry's like 50, you got to be careful.
And for 20 milligrams, I don't think you're going to, even if like a brand new person took it, they would have a really wild ride for 20 milligrams, but it wouldn't be enough, I think, to deter them from ever trying it again. So I think, like I said, I think it's an interesting idea. It's just, honestly, for me, like, it's just surreal. I mean, we bring this up because I think some people
isn't that technically illegal, that product?
Right. That's what I'm saying. So, like, in our lifetime, I've watched from me as a kid growing up to like the DARE officer coming in, right, to like my health class and being like, drugs are really bad, and this is your brain on drugs, and some egg that's like muddled to death, right? It's like all these different things. We've been told from a very young age how awful it is. This is literally 10, 15 years later. You can get a beer with it in it, right? It just really is that strong.
My favorite part is this is an NPR article.
Right, NPR article about a brand PBR doing it, right?
Yeah, try it out. It's kind of curious.
It's very, very interesting to me. Like I said, I always tell the story, but I always laugh because in DARE, the very first question on the test was, what does DARE stand for? And the letter C was drugs are really expensive. And I vividly remember busting out laughing in the quiz, be like, that's a great fake answer as far as fake answers go.
The guy who created that answer was very proud of that one.
So great. You had to come up with like a bunch of DAREs, and he came up with drugs are really expensive. I just thought it was. I know people were checking that box. Everybody liked C, and it was funny.
Just whatever.
So
because it wasn't really school.
No. Anyway, guys, thought it was really interesting. If anybody tries it, let us know. Tell me what you think. I just think it's a really interesting world to dip into. I know a lot of people, either have had a parent or family struggle with some kind of alcoholism. I think that this is an interesting way for maybe somebody to dip their toes in a different direction. I think the whole thing is very, very interesting, and I'm curious to see how it's accepted by people.
Yeah,
anyway,
I do like the idea of it being just like a hard amount. Like the whole can is 5.
Whole can is 5.
Not like here's this chug of bar. You want maybe 1/7 of that bar, and you're like, what does that even mean?
Right. And this is very flat, very forward. Like I said, I think the price range is high, but I love the 25 calories.
It's also new, so I'll give them a little. Maybe it'll come down as they start making more and more of it.
They don't know a ton about the market yet, I'm sure either. Too. So very, very fascinating. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump on. Lamb has another story we're going to break into, you guys, and then we have some other goofy stuff we're going to get into. But we're going to talk at some point here, just to kind of give you guys a rundown if you're watching. We are going to talk about some of this cranberry juice skateboard man. We talked about it a little bit on Monday, but some really great stuff is broken. And at some point, me and Lamb are going to figure out, so we're going to do some quizzes for you guys. So I just want to give you guys a little bit of a schedule since we have no idea what's coming.
Also, you're welcome on the skateboard guy because we talked about him and boom, things blow up. It's just how the internet works when we're interested in things.
They explode. It has literally exploded. Yeah. But anyway,
all right. So
another thing that you guys have probably not heard about, I would be blasted if you guys have heard of this, because Lamb dug into some other weird site called New Food, which one of his favorites to dig into. Yes,
I'm big on the food blogs. People know me on the food blog scene.
The Lambster back in. Hey, what do you guys?
I'm actually followed by so many food blogs on Instagram, because they keep following me. Other ones keep following me. It's like this. I'll pull it up.
Pull it up. Food blog.
I literally got one. It's called extra cheese, please. It's all about pizza and SoCal following me. And I love them.
That's kind of what's going. Actually, and this is a tangent, but this is kind of what's happening on Instagram. We talk about how I have this. I've never had a business page on Instagram, and finally I did one for the Two Dumb Idiots here. And people are, okay, so we have the internet trolls that we always make fun of, and the Twitter losers, and the people that are really negative. But the Instagram people tend to be, not the commenters, but the actual people tend to be very, if I like a podcast page, they almost immediately like me back. They go through every single one of my pictures, and it's like, hey, thanks for the like. It's I took 1 second to like your fan page, and all of a sudden they show you a ton of love. So it's been a lot of that on Instagram. I kind of enjoy it, man.
All right. So apparently there's a bit of a food waste problem in the world.
Big problem.
People throwing out food before it's actually gone bad.
Yeah, Starbucks, grocery stores have this major issue where they just constantly throw out great items.
Well, part of it is, when you see a label on food, that is a sell-by date. That's the date that they're willing to guarantee it is fresh.
Right.
As fresh as it'll ever be. So if it's a loaf of bread, on that day, they're guaranteeing it's as soft, as fresh as they think it's good. The next day, it doesn't magically go bad. It becomes potentially less fresh, less soft, whatever. Just an example. A lot of things, almost everything is like that. There's almost no foods that actually have expiration dates, like a hard date. So
I'll go into more of that in a second because I have actually legitimate experience with that. But go ahead.
So they wanted to create some way for people to tell, because they've been looking at these labels and just tossing stuff out.
Yeah.
So they created these smell by labels, and you affix the label to the particular item, in this case eggs, and it tells you what eggs smell like once they've gone bad.
I didn't even know eggs had a smell when they went bad. I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
If an egg been sitting in a dumpster for a month, I understand that would have a smell. But I don't feel 3 days past its expiration in my fridge, I would have no idea if that would have a smell.
So they're working on creating more and more. They have a lot of the basic staples, milk and oats and things of that nature.
Yeah.
That you can smell and use your, olfactory senses to actually tell whether the food is good or bad.
Thank you for pulling olfactory. I love that.
You're welcome. I thought you'd like that.
I do. I do.
And apparently you can go to this website. It's called Too Good To Go. And you can go and just get free stickers. They'll send them to you right now, just free of charge.
And just give them a shot. Do I have to like scratch it?
I would have guessed so.
Roya, exactly that. Yes, exactly that. Kind of like when you accidentally eat the entire brownie when you're supposed to eat a corner. Exactly that. Now you only have one beer though. Okay, so Lamb originally free stickers. DJ, welcome in here, brother. Yeah, welcome.
Yeah, free stickers.
Free stickers, DJ.
And they smell.
DJ, you need to make artwork out of this, dude. They're all stickers that smell, and they tell when food's bad. I'm telling you, dude, the artwork makes itself. So, okay, this is what I will tell you guys. Again, if you listen to the podcast, you know me and Lamb have worked a bunch of eclectic jobs in our life, which I think really bodes well for the podcast. It gives us a really nice, broad vision of the world. But I worked at a place that tested food, like I just mentioned. Part of what we did there, a very small section, but part of what we did there is we had a person that was a section that was required to test shelf lives on things. What's fascinating is, and I think what most people would know this, if you look at like a shelf life for milk, right? Like that's a pretty tight shelf life. But if you look at a shelf life for something less, maybe
Can of soup,
salsa, yogurt, things like that, maybe that aren't quite as tight as milk. What you will actually find is the way that we did shelf lives is a little bit more strange than you think, and the cutoff point is different than you think. So what we would do is you'd give us, let's get a good example. That's something that would last for maybe a couple months in a fridge. You said soup.
Mayonnaise?
Yeah, mayonnaise is good. So we'll take mayonnaise, for example, just to gross everybody out. So we have, so they have a can of mayonnaise. What they actually do is,
Can? You get a canned mayonnaise?
jar. They will send. Yeah, they got a can in it.
I gotta find this.
Yeah, they send you like a pallet. They'll send you quite literally like 60 jars of mayonnaise, and they will say to you every week, we want somebody to open it up, smell it, look at it, taste it, and do all these different things.
So they hired people who tasted food.
The one person.
Just like
one person.
Same person had.
Same
like
person.
you're on mayonnaise.
Yeah, you're on mayonnaise.
God damn it.
But it's not a random person. The lady has like a master's degree. She has like a technical title, and if I could think of it, I would tell you what it was. But
is it the title they have?
The sommelier? Absolutely not.
You didn't have a sommelier?
No, we did not have a sommelier. But what this person would do is, so we had a bunch of different foods going through shelf lives. Now, you would think that the shelf life would be pretty obvious. You open the mayonnaise, it's got mold on it. Okay, this is when it's bad. But that's not really how it works. They open up the jar of mayonnaise, and if they smell it, and it has lost that, like, I don't know.
Mayonnaise-y smell?
I mean, legitimately. If it's lost that mayonnaise-y smell, and the taste is bland, it's no longer exciting, that is normally when the shelf life will actually be deemed like that's the end of it, because now the product has lost. Now, at a certain point, it loses small amounts of that, right? You can imagine it's like it's a little bit, but that's still not it. If it's a little bit, they start to note it. But the company has the ultimate say. But the science, the lab we have, we say this is the most you can do it. But if a company wants to be like a little bit tighter, they can say, all right, we'll do 2 weeks before that, though. So you will see a lot of food products that aren't actually bad. They just have lost flavor or lost smell or lost the excitement of that product. So I think that's really important. This is actually giving you a smell to say this is going terribly wrong. I think a really good example that I can think of is shrimp. I'm going to be honest, I didn't even know like shrimp being bad was like that big of an issue until I started working at the lab. But shrimp was one of the number one things we tested for whether it was bad or not. And literally the only way to test it, this is going to sound crazy to you. There's no test. There's no lab equipment. There's no microbial test. It is a smell test. It is literally a person that...
So it's this person.
It's the sommelier. And they sit... I swear to God, this person, there was 2 of them in our lab. They would sit for 5 hours and go through pounds of shrimp. And they would say, okay, here's a pound of shrimp. If we find more than 10 of them that smell a certain way, this entire batch is bad. So they would just shrimp.
How do you like cleanse your nose?
They
Would they do like menthol or something?
They definitely had like coffee beans and stuff in there that they were using to cleanse. But I thought it was kind of ridiculous at first. I was kind of like, this is nonsense. Until they brought me in. Now, would I say I'm a sommelier with shrimp yet? No. But when they handed me a shrimp and said, what do you smell? I said, I smell a shrimp. Perfect. Now, what do you smell here? It smelled fishy, and that's the only way I can really describe it. Now, the other things you'll smell, it smells like a little bit like cheese, or it smells a little bit like almost citrusy. That is when it started to go bad. So once I smelled it, now I can't unsmell it. I'll just be eating shrimp somewhere, and I'll pick up one. I'm like, oh, this is the one I can't eat. It's ruined shrimp for me forever. So I hope this doesn't ruin food for people forever. But yeah, I think it's a really interesting idea.
And they did say it's only 4 right now. It's their main staples.
Yes.
Like, that are the ones that they're, like, trying to do. But I just thought it was super interesting.
DJ said smelly sticker. Somebody copyrighted. I'm going to copyright it.
I think they already did.
I think they might have copyrighted it, DJ. They might have beat us to it. But if they didn't, we just landed. Amy said bringing scratch and sniff to a whole new level. Yeah, it's like I just...
But, yeah, Dariush Alavai.
I will say this, though.
The world's first sommelier.
Man, it seems like he just made up his title. I wish that
we could become sommeliers.
We're podcastiers.
Yeah, right. Podcastiers.
Podcastiers.
Put that on my business card.
Copyright that.
Copyright.
Here's my only beef with it. I'm just being that guy. It's going to ruin some food for people that is probably okay. I actually think it could have the counter effect. You could open a product, smell that stupid sticker, and be like, that's awful, and then smell the product. I think there's going to be a mix. You're going to be like, oh, I think I smell it, right? And you're going to throw, like, good food out, right? I mean,
maybe, it could. Like, it's weird because, like, I love eggs.
Yeah.
Except I hate egg salad.
Whoa.
I despise it because I had, like, a really bad experience. There was this kid in elementary school who had an egg salad sandwich every day for school, but we didn't have, like, lunch boxes really, and it was like brown paper bags, so it just sat in like the cubby for like 5 hours.
Oh my god, this kid must have been shitting his pants.
So I'm saying, so it's like a kind of hot egg salad sandwich.
Yeah.
Every day, and he sat across from me for lunch for a full year. To this day, that smell just revolts me.
That's a fair story. For some reason, anytime somebody says I have a really terrible story, my brain goes to like the absolute worst. The second you said it,
I was kidnapped by eggs.
You said I have this really bad egg salad story. I was like, what did you get, like beat up and somebody like mashed an egg salad sandwich on your face? I like immediately was like, oh, this is gonna be a horrible, depressing story. You're like, oh, this guy had a salad sandwich and it really messed with my nose. Like, okay,
but I'm saying,
I really
so
thought
that
somebody
smell
like punched his egg on your face for like an hour.
Made me eat it. And I vomited.
Eat the egg salad, you bullshit. Like, wow. No, okay, that would be a horrible egg salad story. Yeah.
But, okay, so mine was just a bad one.
No, but yeah, fair enough. My point is exactly that, is that if you smell something bad and then you go and try and eat the food, even if that food is, I think your nose is going to struggle. So I would say this, you're going to have to eat the food, and if you think it's off, then you go. But yeah, you're right, DJ. F those posers, dude. We copyrighted it first. They didn't actually have this button like we do.
Yeah, they got to get on this button train.
Yeah, that's right.
If you want to be part of this.
Anyway, let's go ahead and move on. Those are our smelliers. Those are the smell stickers. So at some point, you guys might get a product, and it might actually have a sticker on it that says, whether it's good or bad. But thought it was fascinating. All right, let's get into this, though. Now they're going to call me, you mother suckers. I've been dealing with health insurance crap all day, and I've been waiting for them to call me back. And the second the podcast starts, they blow up my phone.
Yeah, it's one of those weird things. They people know.
I should almost want to pick it up live on air. Just
be like, hey guys, you're live on the internet forever.
You're live on the podcast. So I was bashing health insurance off air. Go ahead and prove me wrong, Belinda. I think that's who I was speaking to. Anyway, let's get into some positive stories. So as you guys know, we talked about this skateboarding vibe. If you guys haven't heard it, you're a little behind. But we talked about the skateboarding vibe earlier this week. We thought it was a really cool story. The guy, car breaks down, grabs his longboard, grabs his cran raspberry, jumps on the interstates, cruising down to some Fleetwood Mac, TikToks it. That entire sentence sounds like something I just made up.
Could you imagine saying that sentence 2 years ago?
He TikToks his cranberry juice flowing down the freeway.
With some little Fleetwood Mac playing in the background.
Like, he did what? It blew up. This guy's got like 1.5 million people on Instagram. He's blown up. He's got like over $10,000 in donations, probably more than that at this point. The Cran Raz Ocean Spray people heard about this. The CEO rolled into this guy's house the other day and gave him a brand new truck.
Cranberry red, by the way.
Cranberry red truck filled to the brim, as you can see, with Cran Raz. This guy's still looking at. He's like really excited about the truck. I just love that he's still looking.
I think he's super pumped about the cranberry more than the truck. The truck's like a truck. He's like, all right, cool, but he's like, man, there's a lot of Cran Raz. How am I gonna get through all this?
It's true. He didn't have a working vehicle, so I thought it was really cool. We talked about this, but we talked about this off air. But I would say this: one of my favorite parts about this story is the authenticity of Ocean Spray, in the sense of this. If they're being honest, that video of him cruising around drinking it has been shared a gazillion times by now. They could have paid $500,000 for a commercial, $1 million, and no way
Super Bowl commercial.
no way reach this level of notoriety. So I would say this. What they have done, they literally came and dropped a $40,000 truck with, maybe a couple $1,000s extra here and there with some other goodies for an unprecedented amount of publicity. And I think they even said something about their sales are up, and their Twitters is going crazy.
And we're not even counting any of the redos.
Right,
that are getting reposted.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, right. All the parodies and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's an unbelievable moment for Ocean Spray. I compliment the hell out of them for jumping on it and not running from it. What's up?
DJ threw something in the chat. He said Ocean Spray is a super cool company doing this. Apparently, they're owned by a group of independent farmers.
Oh, so there you go. So actually, like normal people.
Yeah, weird.
I just love it. I love it. I think it's one of those that we talked about this. You just pick some random guy off the street and you hope he's not a serial killer and you put your company behind him, right? Like it's just what it is. But
What's up, Subway?
Right. I mean, straight up, dude. That's just what it is. You pick a dude and you're like, man, you're gonna represent our company. I hope you know
everything is Jared.
Yeah.
And then, nope.
But this
he doesn't exist.
This guy seems like a super cool cat. He's super chill. He grabbed something that we talked about on Monday, like an unbelievable vibe. Since then, we have seen some really cool parodies, and we're not sure which ones you guys have seen and which ones you haven't. So the first one I want Lamb to show you is the actual CEO.
I don't know if I can play this one.
Oh, damn. Okay. So
I will find it while.
Yeah. The actual CEO of Ocean Spray does his own version of the Fleetwood Mac. We also saw, oh, here we go. Yeah, give me your boy there. The good stuff. I mean, these websites are great. Also, Lamb did go to this guy's website too. Yeah, there you go.
There we go.
He's on a real skateboard.
Solid dude.
He's like painfully a dork. Okay, I love this guy. Lydia just said that he's Lamb with the Subway. That's right. Yeah, that was a pretty good call. I love this. I love the CEO is cool enough to actually okay, this sounds really dumb. To actually get on a skateboard. Like, I'm just saying, like, how many of y'all can right now jump on a skateboard with a cranberry
and a phone.
And
sing along and drink some cranberry
and bust your ass.
Yeah.
That guy was super chill. Not to mention, this is a really subtle part of that video. He is genuinely smiling. And he's genuinely understood the vibe of the video. He's cruising, he's relaxing, he's smiling, gives you a wink. To me, that actually tells me that he's not like Roger Goodell from the NFL. Like, yeah, we get it, we understand.
Oh yes, apparently people are interested in the TikTok, so I would like to join.
Here's me.
I like cranberry juice too.
Am I a vibe? You're like, no, you didn't get it. That guy I thought got it. I thought he nailed it. I thought he was cruising. I thought he was happy. I thought he was, looked like he was having a good time. I love it. And then since then, we've seen a member of Fleetwood Mac himself. This guy right here actually did his own video, so he was really happy that somebody did it. Oh, there he is.
See if we can get old Mick.
Mick Mac. There's your boy.
Mick's like 7 years old vibing.
Now, for some reason, his skateboard seems whatever he's on.
I think he's being pulled or something.
Really? Okay,
yeah.
He's holding something, right?
Maybe the camera.
See, he gets the vibe too, though, man.
He's got a super chill vibe.
I know, and it is giving me goosebumps. I just love it. I love the fact that we, as a country, with all the horrible shit going on, can get around something as silly as like cruising down the street with like cranberry juice. Now, if you guys were a part of politics, which we don't do in this show, but without getting into politics, if you saw the fly land on old Pence's head last night, that was kind of funny. And since then, there was also a video made about that. Lamb, let's go ahead. If you guys haven't seen this was actually shared to me. Amy,
men and women who serve in law enforcement, and I want everyone to know who puts on the uniform.
The internet is just like undefeated in the last 5 years, dude. So we thought that was pretty funny. Again, there's a couple other ones we found. Somebody sent me one with like a pumpkin.
We got some spooky. It's spooky season.
Oh, we got that one too?
Yeah,
okay, there it is. Okay, so Lamb put this up for you guys here. There it is. You know the song. We don't need the music, but he's cruising. He's got his PSL with him. I can't believe this guy doesn't eat shit. It just dumps it on
I just noticed he had the same tattoo on the pumpkin as the guy did.
Oh my God, he does. He has like the
Deep dive. I
it
like
looks
that.
Like the Redskins, like
Yeah.
old symbol there, but I think it's probably Indian or something. Yeah, so very funny there. That was sent to us a couple times by some people. Again, I just love it, man. As far as like the internet getting a hold of something, sometimes it annoys me. This is one of the few instances where I thought it was so positive and wonderful.
Anytime positive things, like the internet gets a hold of positive things,
Yeah.
I really do love it.
I
like
do.
It's one of those ones you realize like this is what the internet's supposed to be.
It is. I agree. Without all the jabbing and the stabbing at each other, like everybody grouping up together to make something 1,000 times funnier is something that we didn't have 20 years ago. When something was funny, one guy was funny. Now, like everybody can kind of be funny. You can share a funny meme, a picture. So yeah, we all kind of grouped up on that one.
And like they said, this the Fleetwood Mac song is now the #1 downloaded song last week.
Right. So you got Ocean Spray, Benefit, and Fleetwood Mac all on board. They're like, yeah, I'll cruise on a skateboard if it gets me some views.
That just made me $10 million.
Yeah,
All right, cool.
This guy just got a $40,000 truck. He's got a bunch of donations. He gave a bunch to his mama. The whole thing is positive all the way through. So we just, man, as a podcast, if we have a chance to cover something that positive, we're doing it. Now, he has some merchandise too. We thought was funny.
Oh
right?
yeah, I got to see if I can find his merch real quick.
Okay, so he has merchandise too. But this did make us think. In the last, I would say really only 10 years is as far as I would go back. But you guys probably remember a lot of instances in the last 10 years where, here we go.
There's your merch, baby.
Dog face.
Up merch.
Okay, I wouldn't want anything in dog face on it, but I do want a shirt.
King dog face.
King dog face. I do want that shirt on the left of him drinking the cranberry juice.
Yeah.
I do kind of like
And
it.
then what, you don't want that hat?
I'm going to get beat up wearing that hat. People are going to think I'm in a gang. Anyway, in the last 10 years, there's been a lot of moments like this in the internet where maybe once or twice a year, something like this will happen. And people... I think I'm going to try and dress up like this dude for Halloween or something. Honestly, straight.
That'd be nice.
That's right. Something like that. Because that's what happens. People get so infatuated with one thing, they just run with it for the rest of the year, which I love. Which made us think we thought it'd be kind of fun to go back and look at some of the things that have kind of taken over the internet, so to speak, in the last 10 years here. Okay, so going back as far as 2010, we found probably 20 of these things. If you guys can think of something else that the internet took over, I'm just gonna rattle some of these off because I think they were funny. Double rainbow guy. I don't know if you guys remember Double Rainbow guy. He saw a rainbow, got very
super excited about it.
Emotional. I think he even teared up a little bit.
Again, a positive one.
Positive. I was just gonna say very positive. Wasn't a negative thing. But in all fairness, I think he was kind of stoned or something. I'm pretty sure the video, it kind of implied that, right?
Yeah,
but
he might have been
right, so emotions were running high, and then he sees a double rainbow. Even if you weren't stoned, double rainbow is pretty exciting.
Yeah.
So then we had a couple years later, we had hide your kids, hide your wife. No way he wasn't stoned. Derek Lord didn't even know you were here. What's up, Derek? Yeah, you're right. No way he wasn't stoned. But yes, he very positive vibe. Hide your kids, hide your wife. That was, I would say, in this whole list, I would say that's top 3, right? As far as things that
it's up there. It's up there for sure.
I can't see anything on this list that's bigger than hide your kids, hide your wife.
There's a couple I think might have been bigger.
Close.
I would think that's bigger.
Yeah, probably. We'll get to it. So, Hide Your Kids, Hide Your Wife was massive. It exploded. It was everywhere. There was remakes. There was parodies. There was, I don't even know what happened to that guy. Is he famous now?
Antoine Dodson?
Yeah, does he does he do anything?
So famous, I still know his name.
That's true. We had the Old Spice guy.
Love those.
Oh, love the Old Spice guy. Now, here's a funny tidbit about that. I do remember reading that it quite literally didn't help that brand at all. They saw no increase in purchasing. They saw no increase in sales. For whatever reason, that guy riding on a horse was really funny to a lot of people, but nobody gave a shit would go out and buy the deodorant and stuff for it. I'll be honest with you, they just kind of price themselves sometimes out of the market.
I know. It's if you just drop it $1 or $2, make
I'll
it
be in on it.
Yeah.
I'll be in on it. Yeah. So y'all remember the Old Spice guy? He was great. Really curious story as well. Apparently he was an absolute no-name actor who just stepped in for one audition, nailed it, landed it, boom, famous overnight. So I love those stories. We talked about the show before. Rebecca, whatever her name was, had that Friday show.
Rebecca Black.
Rebecca Black had the Friday song. That was, in my opinion, the worst song ever written or created. Somebody should have
I don't know.
intervened a long time ago.
It's not good, but it's not the worst.
It doesn't even rhyme. I can't give you a song if it doesn't rhyme. Gangnam Style,
Yes.
huge.
Psy, first billion view video, right?
I think you're right. Yeah, Gangnam Style. I hated it. This is one of the things I did hate. I thought it was really stupid. I thought
Now I like it though.
Yeah.
It's like kind of like come back full circle.
DJ, what? No, what? You like? I hated that. Okay, thank you, DJ. Man, thank you. You're on the same printer with me. It's way too loud. You get a horn. Yeah, sorry. Gangnam Style, I only hated. I probably like it more now, but I hated it because I like to dance, and I like a dance that takes me a few times to like figure it out.
Not just like
1 second and I got it. Like that's not a dance. That's a movement. Like I think they're different. I hated it. I'm a crunchy old man. I don't know. Michaela's not impressed. You guys might remember the Olympian that was kind of making what was the face she was making?
Michaela Maroney, the
Yeah, she was making a
sourpuss, the lemon face.
Lemon sourpuss face. I'll call it that. That's fair. She was not impressed. Barack Obama ended up doing it with her. Funny. Great moment. What does the fox say? Hated it. I actually hated it. People kept sending me dumb shit with what the fox say. I hated it. Baby Shark. I did hate Baby Shark. However, it won my Nationals World Series as far as I'm concerned. That stupid thing. They were like all doing it, clapping their hands, and pretty much put them over the edge. So I thought that was kind of funny, but I hate the actual thing. Icebox challenge. Another positive.
Yeah, ice bucket, I believe.
Ice bucket. Okay, yeah, ice bucket. Excuse me. But
Icebox is the Little Giants.
yeah, she's slightly different. It's a different challenge.
Badass football player.
Ice bucket challenge was meant to be very positive. And I think 80% of it was. Problem was, I shouldn't say 80. I should say like 60% positive. 40% of the people just did it because they wanted to make a funny like video. Like they didn't donate to anything. They didn't give it to anything. It was helping the notoriety of the cause, but I don't think actually most people even donated.
But they did have some actual like breakthroughs through all the money that it raised.
Okay.
So
that's cool. Yeah, well, there it is, an overall positive. The only other thing I thought was dumb was like it's not really a challenge. It's like again, a challenge is a strong word. It's like I'm gonna dump ice water in your head. What then? What? That's it. You won.
All right, moving on.
Do we have the dress?
No, but I can pull it up.
Please pull up the dress. Baby Shark. Yeah. I'm sure you guys remember the dress. If you just call, I mean, gold blue dress. Gold dress, blue dress. Yeah.
There it is.
If you guys don't remember this one actually, the internet actually exploded for a second, as far as I remember.
I don't need.
Yeah, go up. What was it? There was a couple of that, right?
Yeah, well, they're like videos, so that's why I was trying to.
Oh, can you click on that picture? Click on the picture. That's the one. That's the one. That's how I always saw.
This is from Wikipedia.
Yeah, that's the one I always saw. So, yeah.
Cool.
Wikipedia,
Yeah, cool. I get you guys.
So, okay, so if Lamb pulls this up here, we'll just pull it up real quick here. I always saw gold, and
That's all I see.
And I always will see gold. I never saw any other color, but I legitimately right now, it's blue. See it right off the bat. You're wrong. Get out. No, I was kidding. I'm going to give you a single blue.
There you go.
No, legitimately, I see the blue. It's unbelievable.
Gold. I can't. There's nothing but gold.
I'm saying it's.
I looked at it like different websites, different. Yeah.
Look, it's all blue. I'm saying, this is what I'm talking about. This exploded the internet. It's crazy to me. It never will not be crazy. I literally thought putting this picture up would actually be like, oh, everybody sees this one gold, but whatever, people saw different on their phone. We put this one up and people still see it differently. So, so bizarre. Right, I'm saying.
I'm looking at it on two different screens and it's still
it's
gold on both.
It's straight gold to me. It always will be gold. I never saw any blue. I know there was like a bunch of like explanations on why and how it happened.
Half the people are broken.
I would assume I'm broken if I'm in that category.
Probably. If I had to guess.
I just thought it was crazy. Again, I think we all remember that, so that was kind of funny. We don't need to bring it up, but I mean, we don't need to pull it up. But the whipping nay was massive for a second, dude. Massive. Even like my aunts and uncles were like, oh, like they know I like to dance. Can you do the whipping nay? I'm like, it's 2 steps. I got it.
I got a whip. And I got a
nay. That's it.
All right.
And then one of my other favorites from the past 10 years was the Steve Harvey Miss Universe.
Oh, man.
Absolute favorite. I mean, okay, if you're going to go and like say like, okay, top 5 most embarrassing moments on television, that's in it for me. It just is. You will almost never see something that crazy. Something where like somebody quite literally has to walk back on stage and be like, oh shit, you know what?
My bad.
You're not the winner. I know you're all excited. Unexcite yourself.
Like that'd be like going up, like they're putting the gold medal on somebody at the Olympics, and they're like, actually, you guys switch spots.
Derek Lord, you hit the exact right word. It was the most cringy thing I've maybe ever watched ever. And not to mention the next day, people were like sharing videos, and I was like, I got to see it again. And I click on it, and I'd literally be like halfway through the video, and I'd click out. I'm like, I literally can't do it. It's so cringeworthy, I can't even sit through it. So that was unbelievable. Steve Harvey, never been the same since. We had the mannequin challenge. That wasn't super famous, but I know a lot of pro athletes were doing that. We had Damn Daniel. That was famous for a second. Pokemon Go actually stopped the phones and the planet for a solid week.
Yeah. Remember when we could all go outside and hang out together?
People were like walking into traffic and
Yeah.
shit. I remember like good friends of mine that like barely like are active. People were like, "Yo, I'm like a mile from my house." I'm like, "Why?" Like, this park's got this really rare Pokemon. I'm like, "I'm sorry, what?" You know?
There was like thousands of people just like wandering the streets outside, like having a great.
What's so funny, Roy? What are you laughing at? All right, so I'm curious though. Did you play Pokemon Go?
Nah.
I should have.
It was weird because I was like about to get into it. And because I was like, this seems interesting. And then they shut it down for like a brief time because like Pokemon never like officially, I think, like was in on it.
Yeah.
Or Nintendo or whoever.
Okay.
And so then they had to like walk it back and then they brought it back out. And I was, at that point, I was out.
Yeah. It seems like a really fun idea. And it's one of those things, again, I can be a little judgmental and I will look and say, I don't like that. Pokemon Go, I loved. I never touched it, but I was like, the idea that I could take my phone and wander into an actual forest or woods, and there'd be a thing on my game that says, you go behind that tree, there's a Pokemon. I think that's a really cool idea.
Or we could meet up in the park and like battle each other.
I think I really hope that like they evolve this game. I've told this story on the show before, that there was like a person doing a silly podcast like we did. It's like we do, and they did Pokemon every single week, and nobody listened to her podcast. And then all of a sudden, this Pokemon Go came, and she had like 300,000 listeners like overnight. So I think it's great. That was cool. Roy said, "Oh, you remember? The Harlem Shake. That's not even on my list. Yes. Oh my God.
TJ wants it
now.
Yeah, that's a good call, Roy. I'll give you that.
DJ wants an air horn because he's a level 36 trainer in Pokemon Go.
He still plays.
Apparently,
I
he's
still
got
play.
4 more levels until he's at high.
I still play Pokemon Go. All right, DJ, I'm going to give you 2 things. I'm going to give you a horn. I'm also going to give you a fart, though, because you're still playing Pokemon Go. So I just got to tease you a little bit. All right. It's like the most like fratty thing ever. Nerd. I know a lot of people who still play. Everybody still plays. This is crazy. Okay, I thought that was like an old thing. I'm going to bring up the next thing that's just going to immediately piss Lamb off. Harambe the gorilla. I know it was a very split on. Everybody was split on it, but it was trending in a very different stratosphere than we see trending topics.
Yes.
Right? Is that fair to say?
Yeah, and I think that's part of the problem is just like it became so part of everything. Like it was probably like end of summer, early school year. I remember this because it was a huge thing at school. And then, like, we had to ban gorilla masks for Halloween that year for the kids because they all were going to come as Harambe for friggin'. It's just like
DJ.
just dumb. Like, it was so much that it made me like it felt like the story then like turned on me.
But the exact story was somebody fell in, they couldn't get the person out, and so they had to tranquilize and kill the gorilla. Is that the idea?
Basically, they killed the gorilla
because like somebody fell in, right? Okay. Yeah, I mean,
but they kill it like in front of people and all this stuff. They didn't like clear anybody out.
Yeah, I mean, I totally understand. I mean, I think it's one of those things that people are. Either way is a lose-lose. It's not really like either way. It's like either you leave that person in there and they get destroyed by a gorilla, or you put the gorilla down.
Why didn't you kill the gorilla?
Yeah, right. So yeah, exactly. So it's either kind of a lose-lose. But it literally took over. I play video games and things like. I still see like gamer tags as Harambe. Like people were just losing their mind. Bottle flipping still a thing, but that was an actual like phase. As far as embarrassing moments go, I vaguely remembered this, and we barely remembered this when they gave La La Land the best picture Oscar, and apparently they came out, La La Land came out, said, yeah, like we were really appreciative. Everybody spoke, everybody said thank you. They all had Oscars in their hands, and then they had to come back out and say, oh, my bad, it was actually Moonlight that won best Oscar, and they had to take all this shit away and give it to somebody else. And then Moonlight people had to come on stage and be like, yeah,
thanks.
I guess, right? Like our whole thing shit is ruined. I remember that. Kendall Jenner with the Pepsi commercial, dumbest commercial of all time. The only thing that was gained for me out of it was a bunch of really funny pictures of people at protests trying to give Pepsi to cops. I thought that was just like the funniest thing.
I think we should bring that back.
I think that's so funny. There's just nothing funnier than
just roll up with a Pepsi truck and just start giving it out at like all these protests.
The idea that like somebody could truly hate me and I'd be like, yo, here's a Pepsi. Okay, now I'll say this though. If I'm really upset with somebody and they come in and gave me an ice cold Mexican Coke,
I know, I think we should change the trend and
let's start giving each other sodas, dude. We had oh my god, the Fry Festival. Yeah, people pretty much died there. People were eating like bologna sandwiches and staying in tents and stuff. I'll say this, man. Everybody bashes it, but Ja had one thing right. It's a dope idea.
Yeah,
it's a great idea.
Great idea.
Beach party, tents, celebrities, food. sex, alcohol, drugs. No, I mean, just sounds
maybe
like
some music.
And maybe some music. Let's talk about some music. We had Salt Bae. People still Salt Bae.
That's a fairly new one, though. I think
Yeah.
it just hasn't phased out yet.
It was like 2017.
Was it really?
I know, dude. I'm telling you.
Maybe I was just late to that party.
I think that's the best thing that guy's ever done is do this
Yeah.
right here. Like that's like literally how he became famous. So that's kind of funny. Yanni versus Laurel. We got to pull this up because all you crazies out there that just told me that was blue. I mean, I'm curious about this. Is this gonna show
Laurel, 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 Laurel.
What are you hearing?
I can't ever hear anything but Laurel.
Yeah, I got Laurel.
Laurel, Maryland. Okay, Laurel. Okay. So, yeah, but there was a lot of people that heard Yanni, and I know that there's another one that's a little bit, like, more muddled. Apparently what they did, apparently it wasn't that big of a mystery. Apparently all they did was put both of them, Laurel and Yanni, and they just crossed the tracks. And so some people heard Laurel, some people heard Yanni. That's literally all they did. But I do remember that
Gotcha.
yeah, I do remember that was like a blow up for a second. One of my favorites, Area 51. I'm sure you guys remember.
Storm it, baby. Can't get us all.
Some moron on Facebook started a group saying that they were going to raid Area 51 and they were just going to like overthrow it. They were just going to rush in there and try and get the aliens out. And so this massive Facebook group was started, and literally overnight they had like 500,000 people in this Facebook group, and everybody was saying like, we're going to meet here on this day and we're going to charge. And then like quite literally the government, Area 51 was forced to put out a statement like, if you show up, we will shoot at you or something.
We're going to have to shoot you.
Yeah, right. So like, people, I think that fell, but
I think like 15 people showed up, and then like they told them to leave.
Yeah,
and they left.
And I do like Lamb just said. One of my favorite parts was like the slogan in the Facebook group was "They can't catch all of us." It's my favorite. I just love the idea of like 100,000 people storming, and then they're like, "What are we supposed to do with all these people?"
Mow them down.
Not to mention, there's probably no aliens down there anymore. It's just like people with business papers. They would be super
I
disappointed.
know, just a bunch of old papers.
Yeah,
and just
yeah.
boxes and junk.
Then we had Baby Yoda took over the internet for like a couple weeks, and then the only other thing I saw was IHOP. If you guys remember IHOP, International House of Burgers for a week, and they just like people just lost their mind for a second. Not that I'm ever gonna get a burger from IHOP.
We got one thing left.
All right, we got one thing left. Let me bring this down a little bit.
Bring it down.
So we got this one. Me and Lamb really did like this one. This one that happened originally. This is the remix. Why are there people dancing?
They had to just add a little something to it.
Somebody was barbecuing. I said, oh, Lord, Jesus is a fire. Then I ran out. I didn't grab no shoes or nothing. Jesus, I ran for my life. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah. All right, we paused. Okay, so this lady came outside, said she smelled a fire. She had bronchitis. She ain't got time for that.
Lord Jesus is the fire.
I don't say this anymore. I would say for a solid 5 years, though, I said ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah.
So that one really was a stick. I'm not even making fun of the lady. I think she's hilarious. I just think the way she talks is funny. Like she's just funny. I guarantee you could
She's
show
a great person to party.
guarantee you show up at any dinner party, she's gonna talk just like that and be a blast to be around. So I thought it was really funny. I thought it was great that she had like a personality in such a crazy interview. I don't think it was done on purpose. Like I know a lot of people think like people try to be goofy to get on the news. I don't think she was trying to be funny. I think she's just like that. So I love that one. So yeah, that's one of my absolute favorites. So anyway, if you guys can remember anyway, yeah, Roy had a good one there with the Harlem Challenge, Harlem Shake. Is that what it was called? Harlem Shake, Harlem Challenge. I don't remember, but that was a really great one. I think I even did one. I think I even have a video somewhere where I did one. The internet's been great for that kind of stuff. I love it. But go ahead and let's move on here. We're going to end today's show on just some fun shit for you guys. In the last week, we have gotten nose deep into some Ben & Jerry's pumpkin ice cream. And today and Monday, we did some juice talk. So we thought it'd be a little fun just to end with some of these internet quizzes. The internet quizzes always make me laugh, and they're always a good point of conversation. So we're going to go first here with the Ben & Jerry's. Lamb has already taken this quiz. This is what Ben & Jerry's flavor are you? This is actually Ben & Jerry's. So I was curious to see. I'm curious to see if Ben & Jerry's gets anything that I would actually like. Because I'm being honest with you,
And then the descriptor of the ice cream is my favorite part.
That's true. And we got some new people coming in the chat. Welcome up, everybody. Welcome in. Hey.
Hey, look at that. Paul with a 4-month roll.
What? Are you kidding me, Paul? You are out of control, bro. Paul is our moderator. Big shout out to Paul. He keeps it clean in here, keeps all the trash out. He's here for almost every single show, and he just subscribed. So
Mambad said it's a tradition now for her to enjoy Ben & Jerry's while listening to the podcast.
hey, Mambad, you get an applause too. So thank you for that, guys. We absolutely love it, man. Anything like that, anything you guys do while you listen to the show, or anything that's the show's caused you to do.
I don't know if I want to know everything.
Everything. I want everything you've ever done during the show. No.
Please no.
Pictures, diagrams. No. No, if anything from the show you guys ever go out in the real world and you tell somebody about it, or something from the show influences you, we love to hear it. But Paul, really appreciate that, guys. If you've never given a subscription at some point, man, just want to say thank you. There's that subscribe button. It does give me and Lamb just some monthly income to keep the show going. So really just for the stuff we buy for the show. So I appreciate that. Anyway.
All right, so let's take this quiz.
All right, so I'm hoping real quick, fingers crossed. I hope it has something either with brownies, peanut butter, and I like cookie dough too. So somewhere,
right.
But that's a pretty broad there.
All right, so what's your favorite weekend activity?
Relaxing with a good book or favorite TV show, biking, skiing, skateboarding, running, whatever gets me moving, catching a live concert, volunteering with my favorite nonprofit, catching up with good friends, usually over ice cream. I would.
Oh, damn. It's getting wild in here.
Whoa!
Oh, snap.
Damn.
Mombod gifting 5 subs.
Mombod with the 5 gifted. Let's go. Wow. Mombod, welcome back. I knew I was going to be excited to have you on the show today. I know I was going to be that excited. My goodness. Thank you so much. That is genuinely appreciated. Paul, Mombod, you guys are actually
battling it out.
I'm genuinely blown away. This is really a cool show. I don't think we've ever had anywhere near this amount of subs on the show. So very, very exciting. Thank you guys for that. Yeah, that's me as soon as I get out of here. Thank you so much, really, from the bottom of my heart. Mombod, really appreciate it. Paul as well, man. You guys are actual really great people. Love you. All right, doing work. I know, she's getting crazy. I love it, absolutely love it. All right, I don't know where I was. I'm gonna go
answering the first question.
I know, but there's subscriptions. I'm gonna have to go number 1 only because I like sports. That's mostly what I do. I'm watching my favorite TV show, sports.
All right, favorite music: pop and hip hop, rock and roll, jam, country, jazz, or singer songwriter.
Pop and hip hop. That's pretty easy for me.
I feel like the second you put jam, fish food. Doesn't matter which answer on anything else.
Wait, can I go back to number 1 real quick? Catching up with my good friends. I might go with that one, actually. That's kind of more, right? We hang out on the weekend, we watch sports, and we do actually eat ice cream on the weekend.
Yeah.
That's kind of what we do.
All right.
What kind of
pet?
Dog, all day, every day. I don't want a lizard. I don't want a fish. How do you order your ice cream when you hit up the scoop shop?
Yeah, you go in waffle cone, sugar cone, in a cup, in a milkshake form, in a brownie sundae, or in a cookie sundae. Those are some bold choices at the bottom.
I know. Can I do all of them? I don't want a cookie. Wow, fuck. We just literally did a cookie sundae. I like a brownie sundae. I like milkshakes. I like waffle cones. The in a cup is lame. Sugar cone is out. Waffle cone, duh. Damn, I don't like duh. I don't like.
Like you better pick this.
Insulting me.
Even Ben and Jerry
Honestly,
are saying.
man, I don't think there's anything better than over a top of a cookie. That's just me being honest. Fair enough. What's going on?
Waffle cones.
Duh.
All right, favorite go-to movie: horror, comedy, documentary, action, romance, or kids movie.
Oh my god! Definitely not romance or kids. Definitely not horror. Tony was in here. He'd go horror 100%. It's either comedy, documentary, or action. I'm gonna say, for me, that's definitely comedy. I'm always throwing.
Give me the giggles.
Yeah, give me the gigs.
Which of these places makes you feel the most relaxed and peaceful? The beach, sporting event, my couch, in front row of my favorite band show, top of a mountain, sitting behind a pint of Ben and Jerry's.
They're really like stroking their own egos.
Wow.
I understand.
Website.
I'm already on your website. I don't need you just. All right. So top of a mountain would be dope, but it's literally just an easy question. There is no place on this entire planet that I feel more happy than the beach. That's just a fact. On the water in general, really.
What's your favorite subject in school? Math, English, history, art, music, or science?
If drama was in there, that would be it, but I'm going to go math. I love math.
Okay.
Love math.
What's your favorite ice cream flavor profile? You going chocolate, vanilla, caramel, fruit, cake, and this isn't fair. I can't pick just one.
What the hell is fruit or cake?
Strawberry.
Cake?
Like birthday cake ice cream.
Gross. I'll just take vanilla. I don't know.
What do your friends know they can always count on you for? Perfect movie or TV show recommendation, shoulder to cry on, an ear to listen, help solving any problem, even the hard stuff, a kick-ass playlist of perfect songs for any occasion, a truly epic hug, motivation. I'm the one that gets everyone pumped.
Okay, so I would say, I think for me, there's only one that really jumped off the page. But perfect movie or TV show recommendation, I could give you a few. I could give you a bunch that you would really like. Based on your personality, I think I'd give you a good one. Shoulder to cry on, ear to listen to. I'll do that for any of my friends. Anybody listening to the show, if you're having a rough day, you give me a text. I will respond. That's a fact, but that's not going to be me. I'm doing motivation, dude. I really do. There's nothing better than being a leader and kicking people in the ass.
All right, what type of ice cream eater are you? Are you a smoother? You a chunker? A tunneler? A cliff diver? The flipper? Or the perfectionist?
So a smoother is I like to eat evenly, keeping the top of the pint smooth. A chunker is I dig out the chunks first. A tunneler, I tunnel down into the pint following the swirls or core. A cliff diver, I eat down one side of the pint, then the other. Yikes. The flipper, I like to flip the ice cream over. What? Is that a real thing? People flipping ice cream over?
Maybe if I throw it in a bowl.
I like to flip the ice cream over to get to the meltiest parts. Okay, I'm not arguing with that, though. The meltiest parts are kind of the best parts. Wow, this is a really good quiz. I like to get a perfect balance of everything in each bite. I'm either a tunneler or a flipper. No, I'm a cliff diver.
Cliff
That's
diver.
exactly what I am.
All
I
right.
literally eat the
I'm a
whole side.
smoother.
Yeah? What's your favorite thing to eat ice cream out of? A mug? No.
Crystal ice cream bowl, because you bougie. Same bowl I eat my cereal out of. Mixing bowl, half a hollow chocolate Easter egg, or I prefer to sip it in milkshake form.
What is it? Half of a hollow chocolate Easter egg? No, it's definitely the same bowl I eat ice cream or a cereal out of. Everything that I eat goes in the cereal bowl. That's just what it is.
If you're at your favorite band show, are you dancing your butt off? You chit-chatting with friends, enjoying the background?
DJ was also a cliff diver. I'm a flipper and a tunneler. Yeah, Mombot, see, that's what I said. I'm a cliff diver, a flipper, and a tunneler. I'm all of those things, so I'm with you.
Smoother all the way.
No, smoother. I'm totally a flipper. Yeah, see, everybody's different. That's so interesting.
Are you right in the front row? You even
I missed the question.
Sorry. You're at your favorite band show. Are you dancing your butt off? You chit-chatting with friends and enjoying the background music? You're right in the front row. You're behind the video camera, making sure you catch every moment, constantly on the move, checking for familiar faces in the crowd, or are you stalking the merch tables?
I am absolutely dancing my butt off. If I'm at a concert with somebody that I like, or I'm at a concert for somebody that I like, there's a zillion people, nobody's ever going to see me again, I'm cutting up. How do you like to get around? Carpool my besties, dude. I don't know. I have my own personal, what? I don't know.
TARDIS, it's from Doctor Who.
Oh, okay, move on.
Favorite time of day to enjoy that ice cream? You a morning, after dinner, a lunchtime, midnight, whenever I'm with my crew, all the time.
So I think the morning's funny because it's almost impossible for me not to broach the Pat Briscoe conversation with this because my buddy Pat, who I used to live with for a very long time.
On my birthday.
On your birthday. Okay, that's true.
No, at the diner.
Vegas, in Vegas, you're right. Oh, that was your birthday. Oh, that's right. Okay. Yeah, I mean, my buddy Pat Briscoe has this really poignant opinion that like waffles with baked items, muffins, all that kind of stuff. He swears that all of pancakes, all of it is dessert. He's like, look, it's all dessert. It's made from the same shit that you would make a cake out of. He's like, we have just fooled everybody, right? So we go to this breakfast spot. People start ordering like waffles and dumb shit. And he's like, well, if you guys are ordering that, then I'm just going to order fucking ice cream. We're like, what? So that's exactly what he gets. He gets a Budweiser, right? And he got like a
bowl of vanilla ice cream.
A bowl of vanilla ice cream. He's like, it's the same as everybody else is eating. He tried to defend it the whole time. I'll never forget it. It makes me laugh every single time I think about it. So, Pat, shout out, Pat. I know you're going to listen to this at some point. In the morning, though, after dinner, that's when lunchtime, midnight. Yeah, that's the only time I eat ice cream. Absolute midnight when nobody's looking. I just smash it down my face.
All right, I think this is the last one. You're on a first date with somebody who says they don't like ice cream.
Punch him in the face. Is that enough?
Politely announce that this isn't going to work out and end the date. You focus really, really hard on all their good qualities and try to get past it. Attempt to change their mind by sharing all ice cream's awesome qualities.
Yikes.
March them to the nearest scoop shop. Show them the error of their ways. React politely, but deep down, you're pretty sure they must be an alien life form. Or try to get to the bottom of this mystery. How could anyone not like ice cream?
All of them, actually. I would legitimately try and change their mind. I would legitimately ask a million questions on why. I would deep down be thinking, I'm not sure this is going to work out. And I would hope that there's something better about them that I'm missing. But legitimately, I would have to understand that the bottom one for sure. I'd have to be like, I gotta understand like what happened. Like,
Pat should be in this chat because a lot of people are supporting him.
What, really? He
Yeah.
ain't wrong in the same way. Oh my God, he ain't wrong. Make good. Hey, Pat, if you're listening to this after the fact, people are on your side, dude. The baked goods people are saying shouldn't be breakfast foods. I like pancakes with chocolate chips, right? Like that's like one of the staples that he said to me. He's like chocolate chip pancakes. I'm like, dude, it's hard for me to argue with that, bro. That's not. It's nothing about it. It's like, man, I had a healthy breakfast. I'm ready to go today, right? So there's nothing about that.
All right, let's see what you got.
So I'm about to get like.
Oh, all right.
See, I said cookie dough beforehand. So
all right. Seasoned and reliable. You are a classic through and through. You know what you like and don't need to experiment too much. Everything you do is tried and true and all the way that works best for you. Except when a new Ben & Jerry's flavor comes out, then you're ready to dive into something new.
I do like cookie dough, so I'm not upset by this. It's not
I
my
like the
favorite.
poetry of it.
Love the poetry. Not my favorite ice cream at all, but if there's chocolate chip cookie dough anywhere, I'm all on board. So
All right, so we'll go to mine. Put that up for the folks.
What is
so
yours?
I am Tonight Dough.
Tonight dough.
Yeah, bro.
Oh, I can't even read it. What's it say?
When you're an artist, a dreamer, a watcher of life, when you're not gobbling up media and culture and putting your own unique twist on the world around you, you're marveling at the wonders of human artistry, like how the Ben & Jerry's flavor gurus can create such utterly perfect flavor combinations, chocolate and caramel and cookie and peanut butter. Genius.
Like this one right here, like if they'd have come up with this one for mine, I'd have been fine with it too, because I like all these flavors as well. So that's pretty funny. If you guys take the quiz, for real, if you guys take it, dead ass, if anybody takes this quiz, please screenshot it and send it to us. Please, I'm asking. Somebody go to Ben & Jerry's, take this quiz and send it to me, because I don't want to take the quiz 46 times, but I would like to at least see what some of the other options are. So if you guys go ahead and take it's literally on benandjerrys.com. So go to benandjerrys.com, check it out. We're also going to do one more quiz before we let you guys go, because like I said, all the cranberry juice and stuff. We're going to do this juice quiz and find out what juice lamb is real quick here.
So apparently Mom Bob just had the Tonight Dough with a chocolate chip cookie dough core.
Wow,
that I guess that's the official podcast.
There it is. Ice cream. That is. That's literally sounds like cocaine.
But I'm just saying, like that's your ice cream flavor and my ice cream flavor mixed together.
Wow, there it is. The Tonight Show, chocolate chip. Cool.
All right, so boom, we're gonna decide what kind of juice I am. Come on, cran raspberry. I don't know if that's a choice.
Oh, you got to flip them into the bowl. That's a pretty good point. You flip it upside down, then you're nearly eating it. See, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
She's a flipper or
All
a
right,
tumbler.
choosing a fruit. I got apple, orange, banana, grapes, watermelon, or no thanks. I'm going apple.
Okay. Different choice to me. I went watermelon there.
Yeah, whatever.
I know. I'm just saying.
We're different people.
Yeah, no, I know.
I'm picking a meal: breakfast, lunch, dinner, dessert, brunch, or snack. First off, just FYI, if you don't know, I have a strong dislike of brunch.
Right. I actually think I know what you're going to do on this one.
You think you know what I'm gonna go?
Yeah.
I don't really eat breakfast. Lunch is kind of there.
I think there's an obvious choice for
I'm
you.
a snack guy.
Yeah.
I'm a snack guy. I love a snack.
You are. If Lamb was recently moved into our apartment, if you don't know, if there's one thing that Lamb has brought to this apartment, it is a wider variety of snacks. The guy he's healthy with it, but the guy likes a good dip, likes a good cheese spread, and I love it. So snacks are definitely you, brother.
Got to pick somewhere to go on vacation. Paris? Nah. London? Nah. Tokyo, New York, Rome, Barcelona. Been to New York, been to Rome.
They had somewhere beachy. I'd picked it.
Yeah, been to London. Don't want to go to Paris, so it's Tokyo or Barcelona. I'm going Barcelona. It seems a little more.
I picked Barcelona too.
Kind of cool. Choose a pet. Where the fuck is dog?
We're moving
already. I don't care what the other choices are.
I think it's funny in both quizzes we had to pick a pet, and
Yeah.
there's only like two
What are you
options.
doing on a Friday night? Watching Netflix, hanging with friends, hanging with family, doing homework, baking, sleeping. Probably hanging with friends.
There you go.
Choose a house. Ooh.
This one was tough for me because I like all of them in different ways. Like the top right one seems like out there in the open. It's probably like your Vermont cabin.
I need that just to be polished up a touch.
Yeah.
And that would be 100% my choice.
I agree. This one looks like more city-ish. It's like kind of busy.
I'm not an apartment person.
That one on the left is like some like suburban creepy ass family house.
I kind of like this view though.
So do
these
I.
mountains in
So
the
do
back
I.
here. I think I'm gonna go with that one.
I think I went with that one too.
All right. Lastly, choose a dessert: cookies, cake, pie, ice cream, brownies, cheesecake.
I doubt we picked the same one on this one though.
Probably going pie.
Wow.
Oh,
tomato
Oh my
juice.
God, this is the worst choice possible for me.
Oh my God.
I hate tomatoes. I hate
Yeah, but
hate
it
tomatoes.
says you're like tomato juice, though. You're not everyone's cup of tea, but that doesn't bother you one bit. You like being original. You're an old soul with a good heart. You're
Actually, that's
tomato
pretty
juice.
accurate.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, I don't mind if you don't like
Mine
it.
wasn't dead accurate. Do you have mine?
Yeah, I got yours.
Mine was actually cranberry juice, which was kind of funny.
Pull it up for you.
Yeah, mine got cranberry. You're like cranberry juice. You're a bit standoffish to strangers. Not true. But those closest to you know how great you really are. You're sweet, but you aren't afraid to get a little sour. You're also the coolest person in the room. I like that.
I would say, other than that standoffish to strangers part, it's pretty accurate.
Pretty great, yeah. I'm a really nice guy, but I definitely have moments where I'm just an actual crank. That's just how it is. I'm either up or really down. That's just where I am. Fantastic, man. That's what we had for you guys today.
One side note, I know we don't have a petty story today, but
Oh, yes, that's right.
we have an update.
An update.
To last show's petty story.
Yeah.
It happened again.
That's right.
Petty story of the week.
Yeah, that's right. So
yeah,
Jinx.
you sell it.
all right,
Yeah.
so
Set it
in this area, like I said, in LA, traffic is a problem, parking is a problem. Parking in this area is a nightmare. So like we've talked to you guys before, there's all these little spots. Everybody's got to fight for it. People are always double parking and triple parking, and you got to leave notes, and you got to fight for it. You got to actually claw and fight. Well, Lamb has recently realized that one of the issues we run into is the trash cans. On the trash day, these jerks come out and they roll out like 30 trash cans and take up like 5 spots in the street. It's infuriating. You have no place to park. You just want to run these things over. So recently, Lamb just got annoyed by it the other week on the show. He actually talked about it. He moved a bunch of the trash cans. He got all upset, so he moved them kind of far away, like trying to teach these people a lesson. So then last night, you came up, and again, there was more trash cans blocking Lamb's spot. So Lamb decided he was just going to take it up a degree. So now these trash cans have moved 50% further than they were before.
Yeah. I got home from the gym and wanted nothing more to do than take a shower and just lay down. But I spent a good 10 to 15 minutes moving trash cans as far as I just rolling them. There was 3 of them, and I put them in 3 different directions.
We're trying to teach these people a lesson. Look, stop putting them in the parking space.
My real issue, and people might be, in the chat, be like, why are you doing that? They have to put them somewhere. There are places to put them. They have red zones, and they're all throughout the street. But because these people are lazy, as soon as the red zone is full, they just put it in the parking spaces, which is actually illegal.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
Like, they're not allowed to put them there. So, and I put them in other red zones. I didn't block anybody else's, spots or anything like that.
Yeah.
I just, and if it happens again, they might be on the next street over.
We're just next time that happens, we'll just cut half of it. So the only parts left is the top, and just dumping it, just no bottom to it.
Yeah, I'm gonna hollow out the bottoms of these trash cans or something.
Nothing would be funnier than watching these people try to pull their trash can, and all the trash just comes back out the bottom. Mamba said you are a snack, which is kind of funny. DJ said he's gonna be cran grape. Totally agree with you. If I could be anything, it'd be cran raz or cran grape. Tomato juice, more like poop juice. Agree with you, Deej. So. Anyway, guys, we thought that was a fun show for you guys. We hope you guys had a good time, man. We will be back Monday, and we're pretty sure we already have Monday ready. We're going to do tell your friends, tell your family.
Yeah. Try and make it a big show.
We're going to try and make it a big show, but we're going to do the worst criminals in history, I think is what we're going to do. We're going to dig up and try and find the worst examples of criminals trying to commit a crime, and we're going to laugh at it.
People that put trash cans not in the red zone.
It's just going to be an entire show of you venting on that.
It's just going to be video of me just moving trash cans.
An hour-long video of you moving trash cans. It's going to be thrilling. No, so we're going to do
this one I took to the next street over.
wild stuff.
We're going to get David Attenborough to voice over it.
Yes. Here's Lamb in his natural environment, looking left, looking right, making sure nobody sees him, and there he goes. He dumps it in the lady's yard. Out he goes. That should have been British. But anyway.
That was good, actually. That was nice and soft. I liked it.
Thank you. All right, guys, man, we hope you had a good time. Mom Bod, Paulie Wally, really appreciate the subscriptions, man. I honestly made my day. I'm sure Lamb was happy as well, man. I really, for us, when we first started this, we dreamed of a day where we could have a few subscriptions to happen on an episode. Having 10 is really kind of groundbreaking. Kind of blows me away. So really appreciate it. Derek, always really nice to have you in here. We will be back Monday with the worst criminals of all time. Hope you guys had fun. I'm Nick.
I'm Kevin.
We are the Two Dumb Idiots. Love you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out.
Yeah, I mean, I've been called dumb once or twice in my life.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. And definitely check out our podcast wherever podcasts are podcasting.